Well, let's turn now to our bombshell revelations in the case of Australian backpacker Britt Lapthorne. As you saw on Sunday night, we believe a gang of men is preying on young women in the Croatian town of Dubrovnik. 3 different foreign tourists spoke of being targeted at the same club where Britt was last seen alive.
I heard a car accelerate with 2 men in the front seat and a man hanging out of the side sliding door coming towards me.
He was trying to grab you?
Yes, he was going to grab me.
What happened?
I've never run so fast or screamed so loud in my life.
Is there any doubt in your mind that those men were trying to take you?
Absolutely not.
These guys just came up like, "You're under arrest." It took me a minute to realize and look up and realize these were the same 2 guys. One was taller, one was short. He showed me what looked like a badge and put it back in really quickly. Not long enough, but just like very quickly.
This guy was representing that he was a police officer.
Absolutely. We were under arrest.
I said to them, "Why are we going here?" Neither of them answered. They didn't even turn around to look at me. We got onto this rocky road and there was a disused railway tunnel in front of me and it was very isolated and I just knew I had to get out of there.
Were you scared?
I was petrified.
So how did you get out of there?
I just jumped out of the car while it was still moving. Then I had to run down the mountain and I fell back into the bushes, just crying, just exhausted. And they pretty much instantly, as soon as I fell back, they appeared in the car and told me to get in.
Did they say that nicely, or was it a threat?
No, it was a threat.
Let's bring in Britt's parents, Dale and Elke Lapthorne, and the man who uncovered the evidence, our investigative reporter, Ross Coulthart. Ross, first of all, how did you find these women?
Facebook, funnily enough. I was astonished. I've never used Facebook before, but we had a lead on 1 or 2 of the girls. In fact, there are other women. These aren't the only people we've used. There
How
are
many
other
others
women.
are there?
We know of 5.
In addition to these 3 women?
No, a total
All
of
up.
5, yeah. There's another young lady who I'll be ringing immediately after this who we just didn't have time to incorporate. And I think the 3 women we did use told the story pretty well. It's the same pattern, though. Another Australian girl describes a man representing himself as a police officer saying, "Come with me." And mercifully, she was on the phone to her mum. She'd rung her mum, and these guys are surrounding her around the port area in Dubrovnik. She'd just got off the bus. The bus was late, 3 o'clock in the morning, and her mum said, "Don't go with them." And mercifully, she saw another Croatian local. There are nice people in Dubrovnik, and they went and helped her. And
She's a
led her
lucky
away.
girl,
Sure.
especially saying Mum was in Australia. Now, if you could find 5 women, why couldn't the police?
Look, it's a good question. I fear the Dubrovnik police aren't taking seriously enough the possibility, and that's all we're talking about here. It's a possibility that these attempted abductions are all linked to what happened to Britt. I think there is something to it, and what concerns all of us, I think, is the fact that the Dubrovnik police, they know about these incidents, but they're not taking them seriously enough.
So I want to explore the role of the Dubrovnik police just a little bit more, in particular this denial that we saw at the start of your interview. Let's just have a look at it.
Sure. So is there any history of abductions or attempted abductions of young women in this town?
No.
So why was he hiding the truth?
You tell me. I have no idea. We were very fair to him. We explained what we were going to do. You know, we prefaced this like, this is a very important question. We want you to understand what we're about to ask you. So he was given, there's no cultural misunderstanding here. We wanted him to be very clear, and we did it through a professional interpreter. So he knew exactly what we were asking. And you see, we knew that he knew because we knew that at least one of the women had reported directly to the Croatian police, and she'd been treated contemptuously. And another woman had spoken to the Australian Federal Police, and we were assured that that information had been passed on by the Federal Police properly to Dubrovnik. So why he lied, I do not know.
Dale, you've had dealings with Croatian police. You made it fairly clear in Sunday night that you're not very happy with them. Why the frustration, especially when you see the evidence that Ross has uncovered?
Well, I see the lead detective being pulled back to Zagreb.
I see this guy, Zidic, taking over, and he was the very guy that my son first spoke to on September 28th, who said to Darren, there has never been crime in Dubrovnik, and there can never be crime in Dubrovnik. I mean, and how much of investigation? Darren went with 3 pages of questions. This guy came up with 2 pages of investigation.
2 pages?
After 10 days, 2 pages. And then they come to us, this same guy, and the Dubrovnik police come to us and say, we messed up the first 3 days. Hang on. For 10 days, you did not even go to the club and interview anybody. For 10 days, you did not go and retrieve the CCTV footage. On the 10th day, when we asked to see the CCTV footage of the street, you said you have to make an application to the city government. 10 days had passed.
So are they really inept, or is there a cover-up going on here?
It's total denial by them. Just total denial. I think they're inept to some degree. I don't think they're capable of it. I believe that's part of the reason why they sent down a lead detective from Zagreb. But you can replace people at the top. And I believe there are some, the new chief in Dubrovnik is a huge improvement over the previous guy. But the rot is still in below. And
now, we've got somebody special in the audience tonight that we'd like you to meet, Karen, who actually knows or knew Britt. Karen, how did you know Britt?
We travelled together in Sarajevo. We spent a good few days together, very happy days actually. It was my birthday at the time, and all the people at the hostel gathered together and celebrated, and Britt was there amongst everyone, and just a happy, friendly, gorgeous self. She's a delight. And I was following the investigation via Facebook and via articles that were being sent to me from my parents, who were, just couldn't help feel, but, sadness and sympathy for yourselves for what's been going on.
Karen, were you angry at suggestions that Britt may have committed suicide?
Absolutely. I don't think there was a single thought process ever in that girl's mind that would have led to self-harm. Absolutely not. And she just sent out the most warm, loving energy. I mean, I only knew her for a short few days, and I'm still shaken. I'm still shaken. I'm still shocked. And here are photos from the weekend that we spent together, and you can just see she's surrounded by people all the time, and she's just such a happy person. Yeah, and I have brought it here to give to you. I don't know what you have left of the days before.
Would you like to bring it up, Karen? You feel free to bring it up here if you'd like to.
I'll have a look at them. Thanks, Karen. Thanks for being brave enough to come in.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Dale and Elka, can I ask you, have you heard from other travelling companions of Britt?
Can I just add, apart from the monumental stuff-up with the investigation, there was a monumental stuff-up with the Privacy Act as well, the Australian Privacy Act, which...
Take us through that.
It took, apparently, I think a couple of girls reported Britt